Hello everybody and welcome back to the Realm of Vasten, our last episode of Season 4, Episode 66 this season. Man, I'm so happy you guys could come by and join me. This might be a long one. I'm not really sure where we're going to go from here, but we're doing a world tour. That's right. Let me put on my pumpkin because, man, yikes. Okay, so I did a lot this season. We all did a lot this season. I'm going to focus mostly on what I did, allowing everyone else to focus kind of on what they did themselves for world tours, you know, whenever they spring up. I think there's probably going to be a few. I would assume so. This is my palace. This is my player base. So if you're just coming in now, world tours generally seem to get some people that haven't been checking out every single episode. There's a project ongoing down there. I'm not really going to get into it, but we're building a fake nether. And we'll talk about this later, but yeah, so okay, this is my player base. So for the first time ever, the month of December, our off season, we decided to do player bases. And what player bases are is basically it's a project that you can always escape and go work on. So if we've been working on Steampunk, which is coming in season 5, if we're working on Steampunk for, you know, 5 consecutive weeks, you're like, I can't stand another Steampunk build. Well, then you can go out to your player base and build. It's just a chance for a content creator, for someone recording YouTube or streaming on Twitch or whatever, to come out and do something different, you know? So this is the palace. This is actually the place where the king of the elves lives in the end. The elves left and went to the end. Whenever they were abandoned by man, they decided to go to the end. And I have been cracking away at this. You've probably seen it in a lot of videos. My last probably 10 of my last 15 videos have all been working here, so I'm not going to go terribly into it, but I just want to show the general style of what we've been working on. This texture pack is made by Germsy Boy. If you don't know, one of my very dearest friends, one of my first ever Minecraft friends, actually. Germ makes this great texture pack for us called A Little Taste of Vasten. We just put out version 2.2, which is a very slight edit. We just fixed a couple things, and that's what I'm currently running. Now we're in 1.15.1 on a realm. We're officially a realm-based thing now. We're not a server anymore. We're a realm, and so what that means is we don't have Optifine right now because Optifine's not out yet. But see this block? See, there's some variation. There's some you know, like damage there. So all the terracotta now has damage. There's some other things. I just did a texture pack video yesterday, currently rendering, I think, that you can check out. But yeah, we're not going to get too much in the texture pack because I just did that. But let me just show you in spectator mode here. Let me show you spectator mode really quickly and talk about this build, and then we're gonna go and check out the other things, Endurer's Rest and all that kind of stuff that we did this season. But this is what I've been working on. This is the castle. I forget actually what it's called. We named it on a stream and I already forget. But it's in the end, obviously. It's on a man-made island, a fix-made island, if you will. And yeah, there's a lot of lore behind it, and it's turning into a really cool build. There's like some underground stuff. There's some place here where this is where the king of the elves could talk to the king of the endermen, since they can't speak to each other telepathically and all that kind of stuff. This is the actual kingdom of New Talatal. It still has a lot of work to go, like a lot of work. We'll be escaping here from time to time out of the steampunk build for sure and work on some stuff. But man, you see some things. See these end rods? Yeah, that's right. One of the texture pack changes that we made is we converted the lantern that Germ made a long time ago to end rods. Since we actually have lanterns now, we thought it just made sense. So yeah, that's probably the most controversial change. I'm prepared for some hate on it, but I think it needed to happen. I mean, we have these beautiful lanterns now. I feel like it's the right move. I feel like it's the right move. So sorry everyone who we have to go do a bunch of work. But yeah, so this is our ender out here. This is where, if you want to go farm your experience and your ender pearls and stuff, this is where you would go. Down underneath the end city, you can see that's like the kill chamber. Still, man, wow, still a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to do here still, but you can see the scale of the end city. It is it's for real. It's for real. But yeah, but I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be very cool. Well, that being said, let's go over to Endurer's Rest. Let's see. I think it's this way. And I'll meet you over there. I lied. We're not in Endurer's Rest. We are actually in Celea. This I should sleep. Darn it. This is one of the builds that I did this season, towards the end of the season, for Cosmic Dancer, for a patron supporter build. So if you don't know what that is, if you are a patron of the $5 tier or more, or if you're a Twitch subscriber or a YouTube member, then you get a house built in any kingdom of your choosing. So this is that. Boy, the terracotta is a little whiter, isn't it? Or a little less white, but I like it a lot. It's just a little bit like cream colored. It's cool. It's cool. I didn't notice that it was slightly different, but yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like it. Okay. Anyway, so this is a cosmic dancer house that I did, based around the tree, near the unfinished castle. Yeah, eventually we're gonna have to work on that. But yeah, it's a toy factory. It's a toy factory. I built this right around Christmas, like a day before Christmas, and so I was very much in the Christmas spirit. We have to do a lot of interiors yet. Haven't done it, as you saw. But eventually we will. All the patron houses and stuff, I definitely want to have, have an interior done. This is one of the builds that I had nothing to do with, except for moving it over on Vast Dimensions. But Damon built this on VD. So one of the things that we do in our sister server, Vast Dimensions, is we are going to take what build is going to fit best in the Realm of Vasten each season, every three or 4 month season, and move it over here. Since that server's also done survival and everything straight up, it doesn't feel like it's all cheaty and everything. So yeah, so Damon built this amazing thing, and this is actually going to be the ship that's going to take you. Do you want to see a sneak peek? Let's do a little sneak peek. This is going to be the ship that's going to take you to the Steampunk Kingdom next season. This ship is amazing. It has full interiors as well. Check this out. See all these end rods? Yeah, people are going to hate it. People are going to hate it. But here, let me show you. So this is where the Steampunk Kingdom is going to be. We moved the ship already, but we haven't done any of the landscaping. So yeah, it's in the ground. So the idea is, now this is getting into next season, but the idea is this whole thing used to be a much bigger waterway, and the water was drained out by the witches, because the high humans from the Steampunk Kingdom and the witches are at war, like infinite war. They're at war all the time, forever. And the witches somehow drained out most of this water, which landlocked this ship. So that's why the ship is in this tiny little pond. We may actually take away the water. We actually may make it beached. I think that would be kind of cool. But regardless, this is where we're headed. This is where we're headed next season. And just like for me, it's tomorrow. For me, it's tomorrow. But actually, I think it's for you tomorrow too. Yeah, tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow we're starting next season by the time the video releases. But that's not all. We've done a lot more stuff. Let me show you what Mar's been working on over here. Mar's been working on a library, and take you over there and give you a little sneak peek of it. We had a lot of issues this season with server stability, which is one of the main reasons why we're on a Realm. To be honest, the hardware from the server host that I was using wasn't great, and we needed basically better hardware, because it's like a paid hosted server. It's not like my house, you know. Mar's been working on this grand library, and it's awesome. Mar decided not to build with us this season, and instead is working just over here by herself, doing the grand library. All the rest of us build all in one kingdom. If you're wondering how Rules of Vasten work, the basic idea of the Realm of Vasten is we all build in one kingdom all together, all community stuff, just in case you don't know, and then we move all together to another area, with the only exception of that is that we have player bases now, and this is a brand new thing for this season. So you can have one player base. The rules are, if you're new, that has to be in an existing kingdom, and there has to be some sort of lore storyline. So this is where the player base teleports are. Now we use fast travel because of the storyline with being at war with the Nether. We can't go through the Nether hub. That wouldn't make sense. So instead we have fast travel, and that's my purple tent. This is Callus. That's Say. That's Siebes. That's Dom, and so on. That's Sai. Foxy is one. Juxie, Old Man. I don't even know whose everyone is, but I think that's Lords. Or one of the two is. I'm not. Yeah, I get mixed up on who's who. But anyway, so this is a newer area here. This sort of caravan parking place, and this is expandable too. So as we gain new members over the time that we play, new members could just make a cart, and that could be their player base, like over there or over there or over there or whatever. Yeah. So very, very, very cool thing. This place blew up. We built this entire caravan thing was built in like a day. Like we said, okay, Callus terraformed the spot, and they said, okay guys, it's ready. And like, I'm telling you, I logged on, there were like 8 carts already built. It's amazing. So to get to Andur's Rest, that's our main focus of this kingdom. Andur's Rest, it's a hobbit kingdom, halfling kingdom, and there's a ravine where humans live, and there was supposed to be half elves living in the trees, but I don't think we ever got around to that. So we may have to work on that at some point, or change the storyline to make it fit. But this is how you get there. So Andrew's Rest is a very wooded area. The entire thing is in a canopy. So we gotta get ready to go into combat here because yikes, man. For real, there are mobs everywhere. So you go to this biggest tree, you meditate on the tree, and you go to Endurer's Rest. It's really, really cool. So we are under, now it takes a little bit to load in. We're under a massive canopy of leaves. Are you ready for this? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Now, I should say, there are some other things that are down the road. I know White Knight Stew's been working on plays. I'm going to let you check it out in his videos. And Steve's has been doing plays. Steve streams a lot over there. I don't think they have a ton built up yet. Lord Knight, I think, has a place over there. But I can't hit all the places because this video will be 17 hours long. So let's just hit some of the main parts, at least the main parts that I kind of worked on this season. So this is a halfling amphitheater. The idea is that you would come in here and, oh, look, see, combat. I told you, it's going to be combat. There's going to be so much combat. Ready? Ready? There you are. I see you. I see you. And I'm not scared. I'm a little scared. Boom. Okay, so you park your horse under here, and then you would come up right here. Let me show you the inside of the place. There actually is an inside of the place, so I got to show it off because you know how I am with interiors. Although I've been getting better. So yeah, so the idea is it's in the, sort of the base of a giant tree, and yeah, you would come here, sit down here, watch plays, musicals, speeches, maybe all that kind of stuff. I think it's super cool. I think it's super cool. There's like shades here. I don't know what the shades are from because there's no light that gets in. Maybe the shades are from like falling bird poop or something. I have no idea. Anyway, it's a cool build. I really like it. So I like the amphitheater a lot. Crafting Mantis built this little place. Sorry, nature. Crafting Mantis built this little place over here. Very cool. By the way, also I should say I'm skipping all of the player bases from other players. So if you want, what you should do is you should go down in this video, click on the description on each and every Realm of Vasten member, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. So you can see, because this whole story, there's like 20 of us. This whole story goes on through all this stuff. Look at that witch up there. I tried to zoom. No Optifine. Boo. Anyway, Dennisy built that over there, and I'm sorry, by the way, also, Realm of Vasten members, if I give credit to the wrong person, I'm trying my best. I'm sorry if I do. I think I have a handle on who built what, for the most part. Dennisy built this. Look at that brick. We changed the texture. That's brick now. Boy, it blends in perfectly with that red. With the red, that's red concrete right there, and that's brick. That's our new really red brick. And if you want to know why that is, check out the video I put it yesterday, the texture pack update. Okay. Soothing Philly, the great Soothing Philly, or whatever he's branded at this point, because he rebrands about 6 times a month now. But he and White and Stew built this area here. It's a very different church at the end, and man, I love it. I love the take on it. I especially love he's Philly. If you're watching this, you're gonna be like, how could you show my tree? I love this tree. I love this tree. You're always like, that's my ugly tree. I think it's so cool. I wish there were like 30 of them. I love it. I love it so much. It's so great. So yeah, so if you want to get to the end, what you do is you come down over here and you take the leap of faith right down in there. Now this one's the most scary one, honestly, because if a mob falls in here, now it looks like it's really well lit up, but if a mob falls in here, it will hit the tripwire and it will teleport the nearest player, wherever they are, if this area is loaded, to the end. But this will take you to the end temple, at which place, after you're at the end temple, you can teleport to the end. That's how we get around. That's how we get around in this massive world that we have. Let's go over here. Okay, this area over here. This is our storage area. Mollusk Slime built this, and man, you can see my frames are dipping. My frames dip here pretty badly, so I may cut around and do some cinematic shots while we're recording this, but just to help out the frames just a little bit. But yeah, Mollusk is a master builder. I'm so glad she's coming back for next season. She took some time away because she got a new job and was working like a fiend. And but yeah, Mollusk built this very cool tree. You can see some parts aren't finished, unfortunately. We'll try to get that stuff done. I do want to keep the world in a state of finished-ish. Finished-ish. Like when we leave a kingdom, it would be nice if it was kind of somewhat done, sort of. This place is amazing. Right now, by the way, at this exact moment, we are kicking off this season. But I left off here because I had to stop because I was going to render and my frames were getting absolutely terrible. Now they're just kind of bad instead of terrible. And we're going. But I think maybe between clips, I think some things have changed. In fact, these end rods are now end rods again. And yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. So But I want to take you around and show you this. The texture pack video came out yesterday. You saw it or you didn't see it. Go back and check it out if you want. But this is what we decided to do in this season for Hobbit holes. I want to say this was my first one. I think. Does it have a name? Yeah, Mr. Wiggle. Yeah, this is my first one. So this was my first Hobbit hole. And I came in and actually did an interior. First interior I had done in really a long time. It's nothing to be amazed at, but you know, it's an interior. It's something where this little Hobbit, halfling hole, not Hobbit hole. That was a big point of contention early in the season. Callus did these amazing Hobbit holes over here. I'll just show you, just to show you the difference. You saw my little crappy tiny horrible hole. This is Callus's, and it's a trillion times better than my wildest dreams. But you know, it's fine. He's the man. I'm not the man, but it's okay. We can live. But there's a bunch, like, go up this hill, you can see all these, like, little Hobbit holes. I know Crafting Mantis did these awesome mushrooms up here. I wish someday we got to come back and fill in this tree, just because it's just it's a center point. We have a hard time finishing trees that are the center of a kingdom. Darn it. Anyway, I'm going to leave out a bunch of people. I want to say Nemitz maybe did this one. I think Nemitz did this with, like, the tiny little entryway. Like, you have to duck to get down here. Another great interior, and there's so many good ones. Let's see. So I made these custom trees over in Adgery and flew some of these in because I wanted some smaller trees that weren't all the really big, gigantic, enormous trees. So there's these two trees right here, and actually there's a canopy over there. It's just not rendering in quite yet. Dennisy did this area, the awesome bathhouse. I love that. Criddle Skittles, the great builder, Criddle Skittles did this area. That's so nice, man. It's so good. He's such an eye. Such an eye to see these things, and cool little walkway to get up here, and yeah, it's just fantastic. Fantastic little place. We did an Adventurers Guild right here underneath this tree. This is the one big tree that's mostly done, because this tree, there's actually a way up. We're going to be going up here in just a second. But this is an Adventurers Guild, and the Dancing Donkey, a viewer submitted the name, and I thought it was really cool. But if you go in here, there's actually an interior. I did the interior. I did this all by myself. All by myself. If you go through here, it gets even better. This is your spectator in your adventure mode. If you go in here, check this out, get ready to be amazed. That's right, there's even an upstairs interior with rooms. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. But if you go, I want to say, let me see. Yeah, it just ends here. Yeah, so there's like 5 or 6 rooms or something like that. But it's like a motel, all right? Like a halfling motel for travelers and adventurers looking for something to do. Stables over here, I did some. Callus helped make it better, and you can walk right up this tree, which I think this is super cool. You walk right at the edge of this tree. That's Cylon Craft's tower build. Let's see, it's cool. Someone's trying to murder me. Totally fine. I'm just sitting here trying to talk to my friends, and someone's trying to murder me. Totally fine. Germsy Boy built these halfling holes, which are just so great. They're so great, and in typical Germsy Boy, there's no rear, no back. It's just the front. So don't look around the back. Just look from right here and look how great they are. How great they are. Ogreman did some work over here, like a little, a very cool little, like, hideaway little area for some farm animals and stuff like that. It's awesome. Let's see. Juxie built this, at least the front of it. I think that's an Explorers Guild, and these awesome mushrooms. I love these mushrooms. They're so cool. And if we go over here, some of these trees aren't absolutely done yet. Man, there's so much to show you. I don't know how I'm going to get through this whole kingdom. This is, Celea is probably our biggest kingdom as far as square footage, but this kingdom has like 4 kingdoms built on top of itself. They just look way down there. See, there's so much to see here. So if you just go up a little bit more, let's see. Yeah, you're going to go the whole way into the trees. I thought this was really cool. So if you go the whole way up through all these canopies, boy, this is a real mess to get all these leaves up. We did, by the way, if you're wondering how we did all these leaves, we have a rule in the Realm of Vasten where if you build custom trees somewhere, then you can, if you build them in Adgery, then you can structure block them in to fill up the world. So we did that with the canopy. We built the canopies in Adgery, and then this canopy of leaves, we structure blocked in, because it just made sense. It just made sense to do it that way. And if you go this way across this little hanging bridge, then you can go down. I'm not going to walk the whole way down, but you can get the idea. This area is awesome. But then there's a middle of this tree that I think is really cool. So if you go down here, if you get off right about here, then there's actually some buildings right here within the tree. So this area here is like a used, like a used weaponsmith shop that I think is real. Okay, fine. Murder attempt. Wow. Almost murder successful. Let's just hang out here and just look a little bit. So yeah, a used gear shop, which I thought was really cool. Like a really cool idea. Someone had that. That was a comment, and someone said, "Hey, what about a used gear shop?" And I thought, wow, that's great. That's a fantastic idea. There's so much stuff, man. Oh, geez. Cloudtoes built a giant tree over there. We have this area. I think this area is really cool. So on the other side of the stables, this area, we built like a custom little mushroom cave. And man, cool or what? With all the coral and all kinds of stuff, you can walk through here. And actually, this way you can walk. See, we used the old lanterns. These are supposed to be the old lanterns. We're going to change that out for the new Minecraft lanterns at some point. But if you go over here, then you get to the ravine. That's right. Basically a whole nother kingdom, essentially. Hey, phone. Hey, phone. How's it going? Okay, so if you are checking out this ravine kingdom, you can see in the ravine kingdom, unfortunately, it's not all completely done yet. But we did so much digging and just general building. It's so much. I know it's a little framey here. There's a lot of building. The leaf canopy doesn't do us any favors and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is the, jeez, man. Jimway dug out this whole part basically by himself, and then Callus essentially dug out this whole part by himself for the most part. I did a little bit, but not very much. And then you can just see the idea was going to be we were gonna have villagers in here originally, and this is back when we started season 4. We had probably, man, I don't even know, probably like 30 members signed up. But the reality of that is, of the 30, like 22 actually played, somewhat, and of that, like half of that were really active for the whole season. So, you make plans based on a certain number of people, and then sometimes that number of people, that's just not realistic to life. Life comes up. So we made plans for this huge thing. We're scaling back those plans going forward, where it'll be more scalable compared to how many people we actually have at any one point, which is really important. So, yeah, there's a little like that's an hourly rate hotel. Think of it what you will. I've gotten some comments. There's so much stuff here. The idea was going to be we were going to have villagers all over this place from all different biomes. So we were going to bring in like desert villages over there in the desert kingdom, and like a savanna, and I did build a jungle kingdom over there, or jungle village rather, not kingdom. And real ramshackle stuff. I think it turned out really cool. Like, it looks really cool. You can see that the lighting's not hidden yet, but the idea is there. I think it's good. This was a patron build I did this season that took me a long time. This is for Arcadia, and this is, wow. This is the underground cathedral, and I surely love it. I surely love it a lot. I really feel like it was a fun build. It was a great time doing it. There's actually still a few things left, like the ceiling over here, some small details, some of that like weird lighting glitch, I guess. Yeah, this was a cool build. This thing right here that you see right here is the Staff of Rue. That's an upcoming build that we still have to do, and I'm scared of it. Honestly, I'm scared of it. I'm scared of it because I've never done an organic anywhere near the size of this, so it's something I'm gonna have to do a lot of time in the creative world, really kind of figuring out how to make it work. Up there is an organ, and it's going to be a little bit hard to see from down here, but there is, I tried to build an organ in Minecraft. I thought it was kind of cool up at the top of the church, and you can kind of make it out. You can kind of see what it's supposed to be. It's cool. It's good. It's good. But man, that comes pretty close to wrapping up Endurer's Rest. Now, I did work in a couple other little kingdoms, one of which is near the End Temple. So I think what we should do is we should probably head over there. There's so much more to show you in Endurer's Rest, but there's just not time. So let's just go together, and I'll show you. It's just one quick drop to get there, because this is an end church after all, and you just take the leap of faith, and you are at the End Temple. Oh man, this is cool. So the End Temple here it's going to slowly load here. Here's the End Temple, and let me see which direction I'm supposed to go to find it. It's right over here. Okay, so this was a build for Andy Days. Andy Days asked for a poison potato farm. That's what he went for his patron reward. And So we built it. We built a poison potato farm. But poison potato farms, in my thinking, that wouldn't be a popular thing. People would be like, no, poison potatoes are bad. Now, what this doubles as, secretly, is a, what's it called? Orchid? Is it called some sort of, what's that? I forget what's that flower called? What's this thing called? Oh, blue orchid. Right. Okay, blue orchid. Yeah, it's actually a blue orchid farm, so you can just start the redstone and just sit there with bone meal and just spam it. It doesn't automatically collect or anything. Oh man, ouch. It's my style of building, so you have to go around and collect all those things, blah, blah, blah. It feels like Avalar, our newest member, feels like just lost all of his stuff, maybe. Anyway, so you go through here, and this is this is just to make it look cool. That's a little storage hut. I think this build's really cool. But then you go over here, you follow this little path over here, this little sort of beaten down path, and what's here? But a poison potato farm. Pretty cool, right? This little tiny build ended up taking quite a while, actually, to build. I'm not sure what's going on with this lighting glitch. Like, look at that. It's really weird. Isn't that odd? I've never noticed that before, but yeah, check it. It's cool, right? Like the glowing effect. It's really cool. We're in 1.15.1, so no Optifine yet. So I'm not sure what exactly is causing that lighting. It's very weird, but yeah. Whoop. Hello, spider. Hello. You want to fight? You want to fight in my world tour? So I think this is about it. I feel like I did some more things in other places, but oh, I thought of one. Let's go to Travail. Geez, that's a journey. So one of the things that we decided to do this season was we thought, hey, you know what we should do is we should rehab Travail a little bit, because this was Spawn, and I wouldn't necessarily want to rehab it if it were anywhere else, but it's Spawn. It's everyone's first impression of this world, So, it made sense that you spawn in that building right there. You can go over here. It's never had a Church of the End, so there's a Church of the End that Siebes built. There's a much bigger cornfields. I think Juxie overhauled the stables over there, so that's where you can go over and get a horse. The docks haven't been overhauled. I overhauled this building. Callus did the bridge. And some other houses. It's so much better, because before, when we started this world, we had nothing, obviously, as you never do when you start a world. So we built this whole thing out of only cobble and birch. It was cobblestone and birch, and that's it. So just by bringing in even just like spruce and dark oak and some of these concrete colors, all that kind of stuff, all of a sudden, look, even just that floor, if you remember this floor from before, this floor is a huge upgrade, giant, enormous upgrade. So yeah, just a little bit upgrades. Like, we didn't do a lot. I did this building and not much. I just added shape, because before it was all flat. I added shape, a little flower box, added in this oak, and man, what a difference it makes. It is an absolutely enormous, giant, unbelievable difference. So but yeah, I think that's actually it. I think that's actually what we did this season. The season was 5 months long with a 1 month off-season project. It's a little long. We're not going to do that long next season. In future seasons, we're going to be this whole wheat fields news. A bunch of wheat fields are new. Let me show you Siebes Church, because it's really great. There's actually a couple builds that are new. Like this, Siebes built this church, is really nice. I think Juxie built this, that's really nice. And Callus, I think, built this windmill, like this whole field. This actually used to be desert, so he actually terraformed a whole desert into like a planted crop field. So it's super cool. Really, really, really nice work. But going forward, I think we're going to do 3 month seasons, which is going to be great. 3 months is going to allow us to really dig into a style, but not be locked in there for quite so long. So that's going to be the plan going forward. But that's going to do it for me today. World Tour over. I'm going to get back to recording the intro of Season 5, but I wanted to get this done so I can get it edited and rendered and sent out, because we're starting this first video for Season 5 is coming out on January 1st. So here's the boat. This is really fun. This is Spawn, and that's Season 5. You think we've come somewhere as a builder? This is Spawn. This is Season 1. That's Season 5. You think we've improved our skills just a little bit? It also helps that Damon built this boat and I built that one. That probably helps a little bit. But yeah, let me show you. I'm just giving you a little sneak peek on what's coming January 1st. Ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Let's check it out. So hit the boat and you get to whatever the name of this kingdom is. Oh man, here we are. Here, look at that. There's a freaking house halfway built already. Honestly, on it. It's got to be Juxie. No one else builds as fast as Juxie. Yeah, look at that. Yep, that's Juxie. Totally ridiculous. Anyway, I'll see you guys all. I'll see you all next time from the Realm of Vasten. See you on the first. See you on the first for a brand new episode. Oh, so much new stuff. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay. Bye everybody. See you next time. Bye.